Red Sox top 3 prospects in Marcel Meer, Roman Anthony, and Teal have all been promoted to AAA, and now is it time to buy or sell their trading cards. In today's video, we're going to break down to see what they were currently doing in AA and their rise through the minor league system, and also take a look at their trading cards and what they're currently doing right now in this market. So with all that being said, let's dive deep into the video. But before we do that here, do want to preface a couple of things here. One, this is not meant to be taken as financial advice. I'm not telling you that since these players just got promoted to AAA to go out and buy all their rainbow parallels, all their autos. I'm not telling you to do that. So please do not take that as financial advice and do your own research. And also to preface, as you can tell by the background, I am a Red Sox fan. So if there's a little bit of bias here or a little bit more excitement out of this video here, as you could tell by the excitement that I have, even though the Red Sox just got swept by the Houston Astros this past weekend, I am a big Red Sox fan. I've been very high on these players. So with that, I do have my personal collection of these players, and I do also have a collection which I do plan on selling. So just do keep that in mind. If you know, I'm not that big of an influence here in this space here to manipulate markets, but of course, if there's a little bit of bias here, it does come of that. So please, again, take all of this information here. That's not talking about the numbers, because the numbers are the numbers, but as far as what I'm saying when I'm thinking about these players, with a grain of salt. So we're first going to take a look at Marcel Meer. Now, Marcel Meer was the first one to be drafted out of the group here, so we're going to go in chronological order as far as what year they were drafted. So Marcel Meer, he is currently right now 21 years old. He was a first round pick, and it was 4th overall in the 2021 draft. And currently right now by Baseball America and their July update here, he was ranked 10th by Baseball America and 6th by MLB Pipeline. MLB Pipeline haven't done their midseason update here, but that should be coming soon by the time of this recording. So these may go up or down depending on their performances, but I would expect them to either stay there or go up because these players have been on a recent trend of upward. So currently looking at what he's currently doing right now, or what he had done in Double A, he right now had 8 home runs, drove in 38 here, was hitting 307. The walk percentage is a little bit low, it's sitting at 9%, and striking at nearly at 20%. So strikeout percentage a little bit high, but you could take a look at what he's done as he's progressed with the minor leagues. Has been a lot lower. Last year was a struggle for him. He was dealing with a shoulder injury, which his stock was extremely low, and you'll see that in his card value. So his stock was extremely low. But in a full healthy year, he's bounced back tremendously. So it's really good to see these numbers here. 370 on base percentage, 480 slugging, 850 OPS with the ISO sitting at 173. I always like to look for 200, but so the fact that he's pushing there and he hasn't fully grown into what I think he can be, he's showing the tremendous and good power levels. BABIP sitting at 367, WOBA sitting at 381, and a WRC plus of 139, and did currently have 28 doubles. He was at one point leading all of AA there in doubles. So the powers and numbers are there. And of course, in Portland, their stadium there is built like Fenway, so he's showing there that he can hit there. So again, tremendous numbers here for Marcel Meer, and I would expect his cards and expect his stock to increase as we move on. Next up, we got Roman Anthony. Now, if you ask me personally, you can flip-flop Roman Anthony and Marcel Meer, but I am higher on Roman Anthony than Marcel Meer, and we'll go look at the numbers here as far as of why. But yeah, Roman Anthony, I'm a big fan of him. I have more of his cards than out of these 3 guys. So Roman Anthony, big fan, love him. Right now, he's only 20 years old. Actually, just turned 20 a couple of months ago, if I'm not mistaken. He was the second competition round pick, 79th overall in 2022. He was actually the pick for Eduardo Rodriguez signing here when he signed for the Tigers. So it's always cool to see, those picks here. Sometimes as fans, we always kick ourselves or kick our teams for not signing the players that we want to sign, but it's always fun to see, the draft pick that they get. So it's pretty cool to see that, playing off, 2 years going forward here. Right now he is currently ranked 18th by Baseball America and 13th by MLB Pipeline. Some fun notes about him as well. He just currently won the Future Game Skills competition at this year's 2024 All-Star Game, which is basically where they're doing the power levels, how far they're hitting it, where you can hit it. So he did put on a show here, and it kind of increased his stock a little bit. Even though it's just a Future Game Skills, it's pretty cool to see your team and your player be represented there. So he put on a pretty good show. Now, as far as Roman Anthony and his numbers, right now they're averaging at 266, nothing too crazy. But the thing for me and the thing I like about Roman Anthony is going to be the walk percentage. So he does have a higher walk percentage than any of the guys here we talked about, and a little bit higher than Marcel Meer. So right now we see here, and he's only 20 years old. So you got to consider that he's only 20 years old, and his knowledge and his view of the strike zone is tremendous and can only increase moving forward. And the power numbers here for his age, I've seen some comps from him and his teammates talk about his power, has tremendous raw power. So we see it here, 14 home runs, ISO of 210. I just mentioned I like seeing ISOs over 200. So the fact that he's there already and hasn't hit his frame yet, very, very impressive. 377 WOBA, 335 BABIP, 136 WRC plus, 19 doubles, 3 triples. Actually, he just hit a home run tonight as well before getting called up. So this is actually now 15 home runs. Drove it in 44. Again, the walk to strikeout ratio pretty good. 16 backs, also swiped. The numbers here for his age, his frame. You get to tell by the excitement here. I'm very, very excited for Roman Anthony, and I can't wait to see what he does in AAA and moving forward onto the major leagues. Next up, we have Kyle Teal. Now, Kyle Teal is going to be the oldest out of the group because he was drafted out of college. So right now, he is currently 22 years old. He was a first-round pick like Marcel Meer and was 14th overall in the 2023 draft. He's currently ranked 31st by Baseball America and 23rd by MLB Pipeline. Now, he is a catcher, so he's at a premier position like Marcel Meer being a shortstop, Roman Anthony being a corner outfielder. So his market, his trading card market, may be a little bit lower than others, just because catchers don't do fairly well. I think a comp maybe will be Adley Rutschman as far as cards wise, but I think Adley is in his own tier. And who knows where Kyle Teal will rank up to Adley Rutschman. Now, as far as what he's done this year in AA, 11 home runs, 294 batting average here. Walk percentage pretty good, sitting at 12.7%. K percentage a little bit high, 23.1% here. OPS sitting at 844. ISO sitting at 163. BABIP 366, WOBA 383, and WRC plus 140. So a little bit lower compared to the other guys here. And again, he is a little bit older. But I like Kyle Teal a lot. The power numbers are going to play, in my opinion. Again, a little bit older, so he has a little bit more of a bigger frame. But of course, with catchers, and organizations, they worry about, calling the game, how to call the game when it comes to knowing your pitching staff, reading swings, stuff like that. So I would expect them to take a little bit slower than they expected here compared to the other two guys. But again, Kyle Teal is going to be a big part of this Red Sox future going forward. Now, let's take a look here to see the all-time sell for the cards. So right now, let's look at Marcel Meer and Roman Anthony. We're going to pair these two at a PSA 10. These are just our standard Bowman Chrome autos, first Bowmans here. Nothing numbered, nothing too crazy. It's just, their standard base on-card auto. Now, Kyle Teal here, for some reason, was not popping up on Card Ladder. We'll still take a look at his sales, what he's currently doing right now, because he just was a part of this year's Bowman set, which could be why maybe there's not enough data to compare them. I don't know why. Maybe I was doing it wrong. I don't know. But let's just take a look to see what they're doing. So the blue is going to be Marcel Meer, obviously, because he was drafted first. And then we got Roman Anthony coming in from 2023 Bowman, and Marcelo being a 2021 Bowman. So taking a look at it here. So last sold here for Marcel Meer was sitting at $312.50. Roman Anthony sitting at $215. The start value, $1,136 for Marcel Meer at a PSA 10, in which you can see these sales here. We see April 24th, 2022, sitting at $1,499.99 on April 19th. So a lot of high dollar sales, and then we see the drop off. And that's predicted, that's seen with every market. And again, his injury didn't really help that, because we saw that here, and then we saw it slowly go down. Has paid pretty stagnant there. Has a pop of 196. The value here, that card value is given here is $303.55. Market cap here is sitting at $59,550. And sales 87. We can see the change here all time. So $823.50 sell and 72.49% change. So not looking good if you were buying that here at the top from Marcel Meer. Now, Roman Anthony, $215 was the last sold here. Start value was seen at 103. So you can see here comparing it with those guys. So his stock went up, has not really gone down, has stayed pretty stagnant, went up a little bit, and it went a little bit lower and has kind of just stayed in the median. But I would expect it to go up, because I think, me personally, I think other people as well are higher on Roman Anthony than Marcelo. So the market cap here sitting at $31,061. Sales, 31 sales. The percentage change here, $111.50. And percentage change here is going to be $107.73. And that's just all time. Looking at it here, last 3 months here. Again, Roman Anthony, Marcel Meer here, pretty increasing here, because again, he's now been fully healthy. The last 3 months here for Roman Anthony, really weird. He is down a little bit, but that's the card market here. As far as of the last month here, $52 change, same percentage here. Again, Marcel Meer here, pretty stagnant, and just overall 2 weeks hasn't been that much of a sale. But yeah, it's always fun here just to look at what the market is doing. And again, all time, Marcelo was so high, came low. I would expect it to go back up here. And then again, same thing with Roman Anthony, low, and then has came back up and just kind of stayed in the median. So here is now Kyle Teal again. For some reason, was not popping up on that graph, but taking a look here at some sales, only showing 9 results here as far as of right now, because again, his card just came out just about a few months ago in this year's past Bowman, so that could be the reason why. So PSA 9 sold for $77. That's basically what a raw card does here from what I've seen. A PSA 10 on August 3rd sold for $135.50, so that was just a few days ago here as far as the time of this recording. What do we got here? June 4th 160, June 22nd 160, July 9th 168.05, August 3rd I'm getting same date here, $185, a little bit higher. So yeah, it's kind of pushing around the 180 200 range, and maybe it goes up a little bit here with the calling here, but that's basically what to expect here with Kyle Teal, first Bowman autos at a PSA 10. Now, we went through the cards, we went through the stats. The real question is it time to buy or sell? Now, it just depends on what you want to do. Again, not financial advice. If you're a fan like me, you know, you love these players, you like following them through the minors like myself, you know, you're crazy about these guys, and you think they're going to have a bright future, it may be the time to buy. If you think they're going to do well in AAA, who knows, maybe the Red Sox promote them up in September if they fall out of playoff contention. I believe they're 2.5 games out as far as of right now at the third wild card. If the Red Sox continue to struggle that like they have in the second half, maybe the Red Sox just wave the white flag, get these guys called up here to in September, and you give them about a month here to show what they can do. Because as far as what the Red Sox has been saying and have been showing, these guys here are a big part of the future. They're going to be here to stay for a long time, and they're a big part of what the Red Sox want to do moving forward. So if you believe in that system, you believe in all that, it could be the time to buy. Now, if you're a flipper, you know, you have a stack of these cards or are looking to get a stack of these cards and to sell, this may be the time for you. Typically with prospects, the best time to sell is when they get the call up. Because if they get the call up to AAA, fans or other random people might just FOMO, buy their cards, wait for the call up to the MLB, and they may struggle. They're young. Every prospect struggles here. We see that a lot happen. We saw Jackson Holiday. He got called up. He struggled, went back down. It's killing every now. Jackson Churriel has had his struggles, but he has found his way up. So prospects struggle. It's part of the game. So this may be a good time to sell as well. You want to sell high on the stock. You don't think it's going to go any higher, or want to get some money back to go fund some other things. It may be the time to sell as well. So that's why, again, you guys got to do your own research when it comes to buying or selling any type of trading card. Hopefully with this video, it guys can kind of steer you in the right direction if you want to buy, sell, or just stay stagnant on these trading cards. So I'm curious to get your opinion. What do you guys think about the Red Sox Big Three? Is it time to buy? Is it time to sell? Are you staying stagnant? Do you have your own collection of these cards? Are you looking to get some more? Or if you have them, are you going to be selling them? Sound off in the comments down below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave a like on this video. And if you guys want to see more content like this, breaking down prospects, breaking down trading cards, please feel free to hit the subscribe button, and it is a free way to help support the channel. I do thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.